Welcome back to Ask Rad Rat. Got a couple more questions for you today. Think of some ones to put down below in the comments, even if you've asked it before. Been having trouble keeping up with the comments lately. The first one is from Bart Rowe, and he asks, what's more impressive in a street video? One massive trick or a long line with a big topper trick? Now I think in a video part you need both if it's nothing but single tricks. It kind of looks like you're not consistent. So having some lines is good, and seeing the way that you flow and all that stuff is good. But one thing that comes to mind is Chet Thomas. So if you've ever seen his part in Opinion, I think it was, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. He has these really long lines with so much distance between the tricks that they actually do a split screen and show other stuff on the other side to keep you entertained. And the thing is, for me, right after I watched that, if you pause it and say, hey, what was that line? I wouldn't remember. You know, it was so long, I don't even know, like, was that from the line or was that from something else? So for me, I think the most impressive thing is either like a really quick-footed line, you know, like grind this thing, flat ground trick, stairs, you know, like back to back to back. I think those are really cool. But you do have to have a bit of a variety, but just don't drag it out for 5 minutes, or it'll be tough to follow. And then at that point, having just single tricks would have been a better choice. Second question is from Isaac Corner, who asks, what is a good age to start skating? Is it bad to start a little bit late? And Isaac is 21. So I think, to me, it just depends on what your goals are with skateboarding. So if you want to be the next big pro, then yeah, you probably should have started as a kid. You know, you could start when you're 4 years old, learning how to drop in on a ramp. You see that kind of stuff online sometimes. And growing up with skateboarding, you would have been more comfortable and stuff like that. But, you know, if you just enjoy skateboarding and you just want to go do it, then there's really no age limit to it at all. You know, you could start by teaching your kids when you're in your 30s. That's fine too. You know, you don't have to be at the top level, the maximum physical performance. You can just go out and do some kick flips and, you know, try to ride around a little ramp somewhere. There's nothing wrong with doing any of that stuff. So at 21, I think you're fine. You're gonna do okay. You'll learn faster than a teenager, probably because I've noticed this myself, and I've heard other people talk about it as well. The older you get, the more you are sort of comfortable in your own body. If you do any kind of sport or anything, you know, like you've played basketball a lot, even that would help skateboarding, just because your coordination is better, you know, and you're more familiar with the way you balance. So if you're trying to learn tricks while you're growing up, things are always changing, your body's getting taller and all that kind of stuff. So starting later is not necessarily a death sentence if you do want to go pro. Look at TK, Terry Kennedy. He started relatively at an older age too, and he went pro in a couple of years, I think. So it's definitely possible, but you really shouldn't be focusing on trying to go pro anyway. So I think that there's really nothing wrong with skating a little bit older. You see guys who are in their 40s and they skate. You go to a skate park, you'll see some older guy with a beer belly dropping into a ramp somewhere. It's a fun activity to do. It doesn't have to be about anything. And so, you know, just go for it. And a little tip, I have like 50 trick tips on my channel. A lot of them are really old, but they might help you get started as well. So check those out. Well, that's it for this time. Put your questions for next time below. I also have a link to my Instagram and Twitter that you can ask me questions on as well. I've got a few from there so far, so thank you guys for that. Until next time, here are some more videos you might want to check out. Also, there's a subscribe button right there. It looks like my logo. Tap that to make sure you don't miss any of these in the future. Thank you for watching.